Morning guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vlog. Not the vlog me and Enzo want to be bringing you this morning, but it's the reality of horsey life and being a horsey mummy is quite often things don't go the way you want them to. Now I will enlighten you a little bit more on that in a few seconds time. I just do want to get the ponies their breakfast before they get upset with me. Hey Dinks. So I'm going to do that quickly and then we will inform you of what this vlog is about. I'm sure the thumbnail or title will probably have already alluded to the fact that things aren't quite how I would like them to be, and this was not the vlog that I wanted to be filming. However, true reality of horsey life. So yeah, let's get them their breakfast and then I shall enlighten you. Talking of lights, why did I not turn the lights on in here? Oh, the camera's doing a good job of adapting and making it look like it's lighter than it is. How weird. It's currently about 7:20 and yeah, it definitely, to the naked eye, does not look as light as that is making it seem. And if the thumbnail and title didn't already allude, here's a little clue as to what I might be enlightening you on. Sadly, it is the Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, that has a poorly tootsie and is the one that is needing Danilon because, and I don't blame him, he was very, very dramatic about it and very, very upset. I was actually not here. Shock. I've been away so much recently and it's making me feel really bad and really guilty for being away so much, but I was actually only away for the one night. On Saturday night, it is now currently Tuesday, and I'd gone up to Bicton. Em was up there at a camp and Ella and Kaylee were down here with me, and we decided spontaneously to take the motorhome and go and join her for the night, primarily because I was concerned about her being cold and sad and lonely in her trailer, because she'd gone on her own and the weather wasn't meant to be very good at all. It was meant to be horrendous. So I was like, no, we'll take the motorhome up and then at least we've got, well, it was going to be a bit tight squeezing 4 of us in there to sleep with 3 dogs too, but at least we had somewhere warm, dry and cozy to eat and to chat and to drink and just to, yeah, give her a bit of company rather than just her be alone in her trailer. Anyway, long story short, whilst we were up there, I, as I always do, logged in to check on my ponies. And again, it's not quite light enough to show you, but on the Reolink camera, which you will know I absolutely love. I have shared about them numerous times and I am actually a proud, I guess I would call, ambassador for them. I have been working with them for pretty much a year now, and there are many moments, and I've actually made a reel saying moments I would have missed if it wasn't for my Reolink camera, but this is not one of the moments that I thought was going to be incorporated into it, but it probably is one of, or the most important reason for having them in my stables. Primarily till now I've just used it for stalking the ponies, seeing them play over the partitions, catching Susie, trimming Dinks's mane, and all like fun, lovely reasons. But when I logged into it on Saturday night when I was up at Bicton, sadly I found somebody hopping lame. He was like moving around his stable as if he wanted to go and lie down and have a little roll or sleep, but he couldn't quite find the right position to get into to get down and do that. And obviously I was instantly mortified, horrified and gutted that I was 2 hours away from home. So I phoned Susie, bless her heart. I feel so bad for her because also whilst I was in South Africa, I don't think she shared it publicly on the gram, but Banksy got a nail bind, so she had to experience him, sadly, lamey too, but he recovered really quickly, and I am praying that Enzo does the same. But yes, Susie and then my friends Sam and George very kindly came to Enzo's rescue. Obviously instantly we thought and hoped it was an abscess. He was very pointy toe and didn't want to weight bear on it. However, it does turn out after the farrier came to take the shoe off the next morning that he has sadly punctured his sole, which I know it could still also be a lot worse, but just don't Google punctured soles. And as a typical equestrian, what do? We always go to Google, which, Enzo, I'm sad to say, was a little bit depressing. So quickly out of that, the farrier reassured me that it didn't look like it had gone too deep, had literally just pierced the sole, possibly a sharp rock or stone. Rock, I'm talking like I'm in Botswana still, talking about rocks. But yeah, he took the shoe off. He had a little poke and prod with a nail, and a little bit of gunk did come out at the time. However, he was still very dramatic and very sore about it. So obviously we've poulticed it. It's been poulticed for the last 48 hours. I did also get the vet yesterday just to be treble safe. I was a bit concerned that if something had gone into it, maybe he might need antibiotics. They said at the moment, because there is some little bit of gunk on the poultice and it is looking like it is travelling down, as opposed to if the sole, I feel like I'm not that experienced about talking to stuff like this. Touch wood. Said it before and I'll say it again, Banksy, bless his heart, has only had 2 abscesses in the whole time he's been here. So I'm not the best at poulticing or doing that sort of stuff, or talking about the correct lingo when it comes to abscesses. However, yeah, the vet reassured me that because we have a tiny weeny bit of gunk on the poultice, that it is staying soft enough for it to come out at the bottom of the foot, rather than if the sole had sort of started to heal and repair itself, where the slight indentation, not indentation, piercing I guess was, then any sort of infection would go up. He did have a slightly puffy fetlock on the Sunday. So yeah, obviously the farrier thought it might go up and then come out either the coronet band or the heel if there was infection in there, which he was showing signs of there being infection in there because he was very, very sore and would barely weight bear at all. But positive is, vet came yesterday, she doesn't think he needs antibiotics. She thinks it is all going to draw out naturally from poulticing. It's just going to be a matter of time of keeping him in, keeping it clean, and yeah, just trying to get any gunky gunk out, as all horsey owners will know. It's just a waiting game. It is time is the only healer for something like that. However, because he was so sore, I did ask if he could please have Danilon. So he's been on Danilon for a couple of days now. What did I give it to him? Sunday night, because Em had some spare. Monday morning, Monday night, and this morning now, Tuesday morning. So he's seeming a lot happier, actually, even when the vet was here and we had him tied up outside. He was then, once it was repoulticed, weight bearing and pawing the ground with his right foot. So that shows that he is already a lot more comfortable. Just praying that everything goes smoothly. I am about to take the poultice off this morning actually, so I'm going to wait for him to finish his brekkie, not annoy him whilst he's having that, because he seems very happy and relaxed. And then you, my boy, are going to have to go out for a ride, because actually you're a bit more relaxed than you were this morning, but yesterday morning you were an absolute terror. You are like mummy, you're a creature of habit, you love your little routine. And he was adamant, after being in all day Sunday, that yesterday he was definitely going to get to go out. But he didn't. I don't want to cause Enzo any undue stress or additional stress to what he's already experiencing, with probably or potentially his first bout of pain. I don't know whether he's ever had an abscess himself before. Maybe I should have checked with Tom whether you have, but you were very, very dramatic like Banks, weren't you? And I don't blame you. I'm sure it is extremely painful. Anyways, quick little interlude, because as I say, I'm delighted to be partnered up with the fabulous team at Reolink again for this video, and I can so naturally, authentically and honestly say that I could not be without these cameras now. Initially it has been primarily for just stalking and looking at my ponies being cute and forming their lovely bromance that they have formed. However, for situations like this, they are also, well, probably actually even more important, because one, I wouldn't have known and wouldn't have been able to get him help on Saturday night when he very much needed it, but also two, ever since that I've been checking him so religiously on it, literally dialing in off my phone probably at least once an hour. Probably more often than I care to admit, to be honest with you. But one of the main questions I do get asked when I share about the cameras is how much data do you use? And I only ever get 7 gigabytes of data with the Vodafone SIM card that I get. I bought a SIM card for like 79p and I top it up £10 a month, and that gives me 7 gig of data, and I can say that I have never ever ran out of data. So if I'm stalking them 24/7 like I do, at least on the hour every hour, apart from when I'm asleep, then yeah, you don't need, I would pretty much competently say that you don't need much more data than that. Wow, you're angry, aren't you? You're a bit angry. So the one that I have, as I've said time and time again, but Mr. Angry won't let me get anywhere near it. The one that I have in between Banksy and Enzo's stable is the Go PT Ultra. So that is solar powered. Solar panels up there, and the same up there for Dinks's. Dinks's is the Go Ultra. So they're both solar powered, you don't need any electric, but 4G, so SIM card, operated, not Wi-Fi, because my Wi-Fi does not reach out to the stables. However, we have just also installed their new home hub system to the house. So let me show you and tell you a little bit more about that too, because if you want security around your home, which is something Rob's always been very passionate about having, especially with his precious cars in the garage. I've definitely shown you this one before, which is the Argus 4 that gives a complete panoramic field of view, shows both gateways and has the motion detector. I think all of them have the motion detector sensors on actually, which alert you to if anybody was to come onto the premises unknowingly to you. So this is where we did have an older style cheapy camera that Rob got years ago, obviously to keep an eye on that garage, and here we have him. He's already put the solar panel up, he's put the bracket up, and then the actual cameras themselves are in just charging at the moment, because you give them a full charge via USB-C prior to then relying on the solar, which I've never had any problems with at all, even with having them up all winter and not having that many daylight hours or that much sun. We've had loads of rain, loads of wind. Now this home hub kit comes with 2 cameras, so obviously one is going up there, and I am going to set Rob a bit of a challenge. It might take a little while, I'm not 100% sure, but what I really want him to do, oh, we got a rainbow, is put one up as far out as it'll reach with the Wi-Fi, but maybe high up, so that I can potentially pan around and see more of what the horses are doing in the field. Because I said to him, if what happened to Enzo had happened when he was out, I wouldn't have known. So I'm trying my best to make a way of at least being able to see them in this field. I can see that field at the moment because Banksy and Enzo's Go PT Ultra spins 355 degrees. Doesn't do a full 360, but spins all the way around enough that I can pan in on that paddock. But yeah, it might involve trimming the top of trees maybe. But seeing as we've got it, I want to use it to its full potential, and I think, or my main aim and challenge for Rob is to try and make it so that I can see more of my ponies when they are turned out too. Now, as I've shown you and shared with you, Reolink do have a huge array of cameras on their website, whether it is that you need a 4G one or you have Wi-Fi that reaches far and wide, unlike us down here in Cornwall. Okay. Thank you. Cheers. Sorry guys, car came. Where was I? Yeah, basically, just link will be in the description box below, and if you do have any questions about any of the models or what type you may need, what features they have, I will do my very best to assist. I have got a fair few of them now, and yeah, honestly, could not be without them. So grateful to Reolink for being such a fabulous company to collaborate with, and yeah, Tina 5, link description below. Enjoy stalking your ponies too, or your cars, motorhomes, houses, dogs. Very good for doggies. I will admit, sometimes when I leave the doggies at home, I say to Rob, why haven't we got one in the kitchen so we can watch the puppy dogs when I leave them? Not that they're left that often. Anyways, I am going to take the doggies down the lane before another car comes. Another car's coming. Right, camera's going down for a minute and then we will give you a bit of a what next update on the ponios. And that, I don't know if you can hear it or not, is a very demanding Banksy saying, actually mum, can you get me out now please? So let's get these doggies out for their morning poo and then I'll give you a bit of an update. As to what next, we're going to have to sort of reroute our plans a bit. But I'm not just talking what next pony-wise, I'm talking what next me-wise too, following on from the news that I shared with you all last week about my redundancy.
Despite the loss, I'm over here, gotta get across. Whether you like it or not, there is a moment meant for us. And now you made it, but I already played this. Not interested, open your eyes, let's get it done. Take my hand, just follow me. Shadow me, I want.
Okay, equipment ready. And see what's inside that poultice prior to riding Banksy. As I said guys, I have been extremely fortunate over the years to not have... Ooh, what's that on my lens? Oh dear, was that there the whole time? My bad, sorry. I have been extremely fortunate. Wow, now the light's gone. Oh my goodness. Not to have needed to poultice much in the last 11 years or so. So I did ask the vet yesterday whether she had any top tips for me. And she said, and I didn't actually watch how she did it because I was inside getting the hot water, but she said to get your strips, which obviously I need to try and keep roughly the same sort of length, of tape. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Stick them, no, is it stick them together like that? Oh no, why didn't I watch? Basically make the square that you're going to stick over the top off before that you're going to use at the end. Oh no, this is not going well. This is not going well. Maybe I should do it off camera. Oh no, now this isn't working too. I wish I'd watched her. Maybe it wasn't as windy yesterday. Did she do it on her leg, am I imagining? Oh no. She made a lovely nice big square. Wow, square. Oh, I think I might have to just do it the way I did it. She made a nice big square out of the tape and it was like ready to whack on once the vet wrap was on. I'm not really sure how she did it. Maybe she did it inside out of the wind. Maybe I'll try that. BRB, I'm not going to film myself. I'm going to try and do it without being on camera so I don't get stage fright. Voila! Okay, so it looked like this but better. Same but very different. And it's there ready to whack over the hoof after the vet wrap is on. However, I feel like mine's gone a bit concave. I had it flat on my knee, or not flat on my knee, concurved around my knee. Concurved? Wow, anyway, let's get this poultice off. Oh dear. So she had it stuck to her leg the whole time she did it, and it didn't lose its stickiness. So should we do the same? Yeah, let's do the same. Come on, boy. Oh, you're walking a lot better. Come on. Walking a lot better than yesterday. That's promising. Boy, my sweetheart, let's get this one off. Probably could do with some slightly smaller scissors, couldn't I? Still no swelling, which is good. Oh, you're probably not even on camera. Why have I filmed my bum? I should have put the camera around the other way. Don't nibble me. Don't nibble me. Should have put Go 3S on so you've got a POV of... Let's have a look. Please be something in it. But we do have... Why is it not coming off? I know, it's a bit sore. Don't nibble me. Okay, well I've never had that happen before. Let's put that there. And I know I wasn't filming from that direction but the poultice are completely stuck. Thankfully, I don't know if you can see, tiny weeny bit of pus there. And he definitely 100% looks a lot happier than the last 2 days. If you're wondering what this is, guys, not sure if I've shown it before now. Well, that's where him and Banksy had a scruff over the partition, praying that grows back bay and not white like that little bit down there. But yes, here is the tiny weeny bit of gunk that we have. And then his hoof there. Can we focus? Just literally, hard to film and show you at the same time, but just literally near where my nail is there is a tiny weeny little slit, which I'm going to have a little poke and prod with 2 hands just to see if anything more squidges out of it. But yeah, I've never had the poultice stay so stuck I couldn't peel it off. But he's not flinching away like he was, so that is a very, very promising sign, as is that tiny weeny little bit of gunk. You're not flinching away at all now, are you? Which is good. And nope, no signs of gunk. So going to give that a quick little clean before re-poulticing it back up. Not gonna lie, definitely do it neater when I do just tape it straight to the foot. However, I do appreciate Julie's top tip, because if Enzo was a bit more impatient in his young age and did stamp his foot down, you would just want to get it watertight as soon as possible. So, very handy top tip, but also very grateful that Enzo is such a fabulous patient and has been such a good boy, and even more grateful that the swelling has completely gone down too. So fingers crossed we are already on the way to coming out the other side. Hey boyo, and our plans are only put on hold for a short period of time. Go on then boyo, your turn. Woo-hoo. Wow, you're keen to get out your stable. So plans for the boyos. Enzo had been entered for our first jumpy competition, or you know, preliminary enters. Weekend after next, riding club at Bicton, arena eventing, and I know we haven't done that much jump work or training over the winter as much as I would have liked to, but after my dressage lesson the other day I was feeling really motivated and really encouraged and really positive to get out and get on with our season prep. I have already said, I think it was in a podcast more than a vlog, that I don't actually have any massive aims of getting out too early this season. It was definitely a podcast, because I remember me and Em were saying that obviously last year, the beginning of the season, was a full-on one for me and Banks, because we were prepping for badminton, and it was a slow one for her and Addie, and it's like the roles have reversed this year, because it's a slower start to the season for me and my boys, but a full-on start to the season for her and Addie. So yeah, I'm not putting any pressure on myself, or I wasn't putting any pressure on myself to get either of them ready to event in March as such. Definitely want to wait for, and fingers crossed, maybe this is it, but for the weather to perk up a bit and for the ground to get a bit nicer. Not deep boggy ground, as much as Banks loves that. There's no need for either of them to be going out and doing much in that ground. So it was arena. Look at him. What are you doing? You're missing out on the attention. He loves a scratch, don't you? He says, yeah, I like it under there too. You like it under there, don't you? Oh, I do love you. Yeah, where was I? I do love you, I do. Oh, he says, yeah, no, I love scratchies. Where was I? Arena eventing was on the cards, and I was going to take Enzo in, I think, the 80. I think there was an 80 or a 90 space, and I had pretty much decided, let's not put any pressure on ourselves. We haven't jumped much Enzo will jump them as if they're a metre regardless of what height they are. So I had provisionally entered us for the 80, and I did have a lesson with Alex booked this Thursday. I don't know if I'm okay to say this. Yeah, she won't mind. I arranged it. And Addie were or are coming with us. I think Sir Banksy is now gonna go, and you haven't seen Alex since badminton, have you? So yeah, it will still be fun. And I think I am going to say to Jay, because he hasn't done as much as he normally does. I was going to say as much as I would have liked to, but I didn't like to. I wanted him to have a quiet winter this winter after all his ulcer treatment and before we had everything MOT'd. If you haven't seen a recent vlog, guys, he had a bit of an MOT the other day. He had his hocks re-x-rayed, and pleased to report they are looking, wow, why have I gone so dark? What happened there? What is wrong with this camera? I'm not having much joy with cameras at the moment, guys. That's better. His hocks are looking good. Definitely not looking like an 18-year-old's, hey? So all systems go with him to bring him back. He's been in light work all winter, but to get him fit and ready for the season ahead, hopefully I would quite like to aim him for the Cotswold Cup Championships. I haven't, or don't plan, I don't think, to re-register him BE. I feel that we sort of did that, and yeah, I don't want to put any pressure on him. I just want to go out and enjoy him and have fun on him whilst learning more, he's itchy scratchy again, about you. So Cotswold Cup for Banks, hopefully aim for the Cirencester Champs at the end of the season, September. And then for you, we will just see once you're sound and happy again where we go. Again, he's young, I don't want to add any pressure, but equally I am aware that he has already been out. Why is that going off exposure? What is wrong with this camera, Ferrari? Not working well, is it? Hey? Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, no pressure, just enjoy them. I have really enjoyed getting to know him over the winter. I did feel a bit guilty when I went to my dressage lesson. I was like, oh, I feel like I haven't done that much with him, not what I had planned. But actually, Georgia was lovely and reiterated. You were just nibbling my leg then very gently, weren't you? Georgia reiterated, actually, that's really important. And if you can build a bond and get the trust and everything together whilst out hacking, then taking them places and to new arenas and stuff like that, it's just never actually going to be scary because they already do trust you. Don't you start pocket picking like Sir Banksy. That's something that he is a hella for. Anyways, I think I am going to get him tacked up on and ready, and then when I'm on board we'll have a little bit of a catch up on my plans for me, because I've told you a little bit about the plans for the boys. And yeah, I've got some plans, some goals and some aims for myself too, which I do feel I'm at a point in being happy and able to share with you and tell you about. Right, that's Banksy ready to rock and roll. But honestly, guys, is it any wonder why I spend so much time out here? I am just going to give Enzo a grassy bix for leaving so that he's got something to keep him amused and entertained. And the grassy bix, what have we got? We have got a unicorn one which has a minty twang to it. But yeah, the grassy bix are great boredom busters. Ponies that kick the door don't get them, Enzo. He knows what's coming, don't you? Exactly. So we got the minty unicorn one for you right now. Pop that in the little net and that will keep him entertained whilst we are gone. Oh, I never know how you want to do those things. Ah! You're meant to just pull it, aren't you? But I can never do it. I'll just get scissors. There we go. Put that one in there. Is this what you want? Mmm. Yummy, yummy. Sometimes, hence the baler twine, I hang it by his hay net. But sometimes if I want it to be a little bit more challenging, I attach it to the rope that the swingers hang from. And then nowhere near the wall. And it will keep him entertained for hours. Not that we're going to be hacking for hours, we're probably going to be hacking for about half an hour. But that is one happy boy. And we'll get on our merry way, shall we, my boy? Yeah? Get you a venting fit. Ah, typical. Just as I thought, we're on a safe enough patch to film. It's starting to rain. So the camera's going back in the pocket for a minute and hopefully it stops again. I'm gonna head that way because there's blue sky that way. Come on, boyo. You're very, very jolly today, aren't you? I mean, you're very, very jolly every day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no, we're not meeting anyone today. No, we're not meeting anyone today, my darling. Just us, I'm afraid. Oh, okay. Maybe heading this direction was the right plan because the rain feels like it's back there. Yay! So we've done a pony update. What? Keep walking. Why have you stopped? I think he thinks something's down here that I don't know about. Do I need both hands on reins, Banksy? What have you seen? What are you predicting? I'm predicting something, aren't you? He says, well, often if we come down this way, we meet Spritey or Addy. I'm afraid Em's working. Definitely not meeting them today, Buster. Right. Back to me and a me life kind of update. I mean, I did a very big life update on Instagram, on YouTube, sorry. I think it went live about 10 days ago now. And yeah, I feel so much better for getting that out there and letting you guys know my situation and also why maybe I've not been quite so active and myself the last 2 months on social. I mean, I have been active. I've just been a bit, yeah, different, I would say. And that is because my head was very much elsewhere and I was really struggling to be in the moment with life and to focus and see through, I think, I want to say like the thickness and the fog that was in my head because I was struggling very much with the news of being made redundant. I can thankfully talk about it now, like I say, without getting upset, and I am managing to see it as a positive. I get to spend all day, every day with my ponies and call it work. So really, I want to slap myself and be like, why didn't I see that as a positive from the get-go? But as I did say, I am, and you all are hopefully, if you've been here a while, well aware that I am a creature of habit. I don't like change. Banksy doesn't like change either. The tarmac's changed colour. Oh dear, I had to stop dead and have a little look at it. But yeah, we're very alike, aren't we, Banks? We're both highly sensitive. And that is a bit of what I was going to go on to talk to you a little bit about, but I don't want to go too deep because it is something that I am wanting to share and talk a bit about, but I don't want to go too deep until I have a bit more factual information. Again, if you've been here a while, you will know that I am a very emotional person. I'm a sensitive person. I am an oversharer. I am an overthinker. Since having some help and some therapy, which I'm not ashamed to admit that I have and I need and has been of massive value to my life, but since having that, I have managed to accept and embrace my feelings and my emotions that much more. I have managed to sort of come to terms with the fact that it isn't a character flaw, it is who I am as a person. It's not something to be ashamed of, even though for some reason I still get a little bit upset when I go to say that. And I think that's because I spent, I really didn't want to get upset saying that, but I think it is because I spent such a large part of my life. Banks says we normally have a little canter here. Do you want to have a little canter? I need to shorten my reins, my darling. Let me shorten my reins. You can have a little canter, but not far, because, oh God, and a spook, wow. Don't break my camera, because I've actually brought my camera out today, as opposed to my phone, so that the sound's better. And we don't want to break the camera, do we? Whoa, good boy. Right, that was good. That was very good timing, because it meant I got to have a deep breath and to control those tears. it's not a character flaw. It is me, and it is actually what I've learned and what I think. And like I say, I'm not coming to you with facts, but it is far more common than people do share about or know about or think. So yeah, Katie helped me understand that I am a highly sensitive person. That is such a thing. It's called a HSP. And she's also helping me go through the process of potentially understanding a little bit more about myself, which something that I'm unsure of how open I do want to be about, but equally I am one of those people that is a strong believer of, if I can help just one person by sharing my experiences and experiences of life and mindset work and stuff like that, because it does help so much. Some sheepies in there, Banks, aren't there? Yes, there's sheepies in there, my darling. Yes, come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah, if I can help one person just by sharing my experience, then I feel like I am doing a bit of good for the world. So yeah, I've been listening to some podcasts recently that have made a lot of things make sense, and I just feel, yeah, they've helped to reiterate things, and they've helped a lot of my self-doubt, my emotion. We were heading towards a tree then, Banksy. My self-doubt, my emotion, my imposter syndrome, and just my understanding of it all, and the reasoning and why, excuse me for sniffling a little bit, but why I may feel like that and have felt like that for the majority of my life. I'm gonna swap arms too, because my arm is aching a little bit. This has been a bit of a long waffle, but I need it. It's good to vent, it's good to talk, and getting this weight off my shoulders is helping me. So I am so grateful to you guys for always being there, always listening, and always understanding, and just being so supportive. Right, arm switch, life on the left rein, coming to you from the left hand now. I'm not gonna waffle for too much longer, but as I said, it is therapeutic. And what have you seen? You're such a silly sausage, aren't you? Don't climb the hedge. Therapeutic, beneficial and helpful to me, and I reckon even from some of the comments on my last vlog where I shared my big life update, I reckon this may well help a few of you too. As I said, I've had some amazing sessions with Katie, my initially sports psychologist, but again, as I've said over the years, she's helped me a lot more just with learning to understand about myself, my feelings and my emotions, even more so than anything related to horsey life and competing life. And in this journey of what I will call self-discovery, which is a very crucial part of my life right now because I am now my own boss, I do need to be better at my time management, at my awareness, and yeah, like I say, not going to share too much. Banksy says we can to here. You can walk when you're asked to, can't you? Yeah, we're on a relatively loose rein and he does listen, but he would like to have a little canter. He says, don't say the word or I will. No, he is a good boy. He is a very good boy. No jogging. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I'm going to stop because I don't want to say too much before I've had a few more sessions, but I am grateful to you all for your support. I've said it time and time again, but your support couldn't be more prominent at the moment and have not come at a more imperative time and stage in my life. I am excited about the future chapter, the next chapter, this chapter. We've embraced it, we've started it. We're already a week into being officially fully self-employed. So yeah, if you are able to support me, purely link clicks, guys. Like, brands ask for stats, purely link clicks assist. Even if it's not something at this stage you're looking at buying, investing in, you know, just visiting their website even does help. So I'm grateful for every click, every like, every comment, every subscribe, every purchase. just every bit of support I am so grateful to you all for. I am going to stop waffling now. Do go and check out the Reolink website if you haven't already. I'm going to go and check on Enzo again quickly before I get back. He was happily munching his grassy bits when I last checked before picking the camera up. And yeah, so grateful to work with such fabulous brands. Ones that make everyday life, what you've seen around the corner, so much easier. We're about to go down a steep hill, so I do want him on some form of contact so he doesn't risk, so we don't risk tripping. Next video may well, hopefully, potentially be Sir Banksy seeing back. Sir Banksy seeing, oh, he's nodding, he agrees, seeing Alex again for the first time. Yeah, you keen for that? I think you are a keen bean for that. So stay tuned, and you may well have noticed I'm trying my best to upload at least twice a week now. If you do have a preferred day for the second upload, I would very much appreciate the feedback. Obviously currently it's every Tuesday at 7 PM. Considering Sundays, I think Sundays is quite a good day, or alternatively maybe Thursdays. That said, the lesson with Alex isn't booked till Thursday, so that definitely won't be able to go out Thursday night. Don't think this is going to go out till Thursday or Friday anyway. But if we want 2 set days, then do let me know, Tuesday or alternatively, whack that notification bell, because when I do upload, you will be alerted if we just go for sporadic uploads in between Tuesdays. But over and out for now, thank you for watching, and yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Let's get this gorgeous boy back to his bestie.